Good evening and welcome inside of Cornerstone Arena as we get set for some First Nations Junior B Lacrosse League action as the Seneca WarChiefs take on the Tuscarora Junior Tomahawks. Hello everyone, my name is Trevor Butts, so happy to be joining you for what should be an exciting contest here as it's a championship rematch from the First Nations Junior B Lacrosse League Finals a year ago that saw the Seneca WarChiefs pick up their record 7th Junior B championship and take down the Tomahawks in the best of 5 series in 3 straight games. As we take a look at the chat, Grandmaster Franklin, you are right, it is indeed go time. Hello to you too, Harold, and Dr. 88 Hockey saying go Tomahawks. As the Tomahawks, lots of fans in attendance here inside of Cornerstone Arena. The WarChiefs always bring the great crowds as well with such a historic and iconic program like that. How can you not be a fan? We are underway here on the Keenan Rink inside of Cornerstone Arena. First face-off is controlled by the Seneca WarChiefs. There's going to be a battle right along the near boards before the WarChiefs come away with possession. First shot on is stopped by Tanyan Davis. It is fresh out of the stick of James Wright, the shooter for the Seneca WarChiefs. On the near side of the floor, WarChiefs, Elias John goes to the far side. Pass back there and into the crease. Goes WarChiefs in possession to Tuscarora. It'll be their captain Mike Hayes picking up the ball, bringing it up the floor and getting the attack started here for Tuscarora. He's going to feed it down low, trying to connect with his teammate Hite Prina, but it instead goes to the goaltender Damian Warrior, who makes the start here this evening. So glad to see Damian back in between the pipes for this WarChiefs team and to exit last season. As we nearly had a goal here, but in the crease, says the official. Possession will go the other way, but as I was saying on Warrior, so glad to see him back on the floor for this WarChiefs team and the opportunity to start once again as Tuscarora narrowly avoids a 10-second violation. Vaughn loses control, but able to save that possession is Hite Prina. Connor Vaughn, the OT hero from the last time we were here inside of Cornerstone Arena. Prina takes a nice cross check. Now Vaughn with a low rip that misses wide. Dadsy trying to save it, but not able to do so. 30-second shot clock violation will give possession to the WarChiefs. Warrior flips it to a man off the bench as the WarChiefs will start their attack. Pass to the far side. Face dodge, driving in. Shot over the shoulder and a goal. Ethan Steeprock on that drive to the net. Buries it to get the opening goal for the WarChiefs. And watching this one in real time, was wondering if that was Ethan Steeprock. Got the roster a little late today, but oh yeah, that is an Ethan Steeprock play if I've ever seen it. Just has some room to step in, throws in a nice little face dodge, and then it has the lane to the net. Nifty little play, lifting it over the shoulder of Tanyan Davis for the first goal of the game for the reigning champions, Seneca WarChiefs. WarChiefs have been involved in every final First Nations Junior B Lacrosse League history as that shot tests Damian Warrior, but he is able to keep it out. Back the other way is Simon White. You know, he can push it in transition. White open in the middle, shot on, just misses. Good effort there from Simon White, trying to push the pace in transition. Not able to find the back of the net there. Possession is saved here by Everett Stevens though. Shot on, stopped by Tanyan Davis. Loose ball picked up by Evan Fryer. Fryer looking to leg it up along the near boards, runs into a WarChief and is knocked to the floor. As that was Garrett John laying the hit. One of the top performers from the Founders Cup last year is Garrett John. Had an excellent Founders, which included the overtime game winner. Queen City Kings to push the Seneca WarChiefs into 5th place, or Tier 2 champions, however you want to call it. I call it a 5th place finish, as that possession will go back the other way. See the ball in the sticks of the Tomahawks as Dakota Ferguson brings it up. Ferguson, a dangerous pass in the direction of Heath Day Printup that he can't keep control of. Could be a chance the other way here for the WarChiefs. Pass on the far side just misses. Elias John trying to find Traylon Warrior on the far side in transition, but not able to connect on the pass. Bringing it up along the near boards. Here is Connor Vaughn. The Lemoyne Dolphin goes to the far side. Driving in, shot on, stopped there by Warrior. Good look there for the junior Tomahawks. And Vinny Marzalik on Union forward, able to get the shot there as this is quickly turning into an end-to-end game. Shot on, stopped by Davis. Simon White once again pushing the pace in transition for the WarChiefs. And they call the lap spot, Simon White. Now here is Garen John. All kinds of room. Steps in, fires, just misses. Oh, that was a brilliant look there for Garen John. He's not going to have too many chances like that. Wide open right in the slot, but not able to find the target. It's really not too often a player of his caliber misses the net from that kind of range. Now Connor Vaughn has to get things going here for Tuscarora. Shot on from Hayes is stopped by Warrior. I know the scoreboard on the screen says 0-0, but it is a 1-0 lead for the Seneca WarChiefs. The opening goal of the game coming out of the stick of Ethan Steeprock for the WarChiefs. Now here is Vaughn, takes a cross check. Vaughn spinning into the middle, looking for any sort of option. Can't find one yet. Passes it down low, looking in the direction of Aubrey Henry. Goes off the window and to a WarChief instead. Shiloh Pierce able to keep hold of that one. This possession will go to Tuscarora. Fryer looking towards his bench for an option. It will have a man in Marzalik. Marzalik pressed up against the far boards. Evade the pressure for the time being, trying to feed it back. Or his man Jack Kane, but they'll go over and back in possession to the WarChiefs. Ball over to the near side. Elias John. Gonna work down low. John with a shot, stopped by Davis. Elias John is one heck of a young player for this WarChiefs team. Got to watch him at the ULAX tournament a few weeks ago, and he really stood out as that pass hops in and out of the stick of a Warrior right on the crease. Took an extra cross check for his troubles as the Tomahawks look to try and break out here. Not successful at the moment as Ferguson unable to come up with it, but the whistle will give us the game's first penalty. We'll see, got to look at that one, what exactly it was. And ooh, just a cross check up high there. Yeah, that's most certainly a penalty, and that will give Tuscarora their first power play opportunity of the game after what I would assume is an illegal cross check call against the WarChiefs. And it will be 2 minutes on the board against the WarChiefs captain Eli Himmelin. Power play chance now for the junior Tomahawks. Connor Vaughn to the far side of the floor. Marzalik back to Vaughn. Looking for an option here. Has Printup. Now on the far side, Marzalik shot turned away by Warrior. Marzalik fighting for the loose ball. Along with Aubrey Henry, neither one able to come up with it. It is raked and scooped right up by Kennedy. Troy Kennedy trying to fight through checks from two different Tomahawks and does so effectively. Has an open man in the middle, and number 5, Traylon Warrior, and he's able to find him. That is some great work done by number 77, Troy Kennedy. Allow the WarChiefs to drain some time here on the possession. Ball in the middle. find an open look there was Everett Stevens, ends up missing the net by a bit high, and possession will go to Tuscarora. Just over a minute left in the Himalayan penalty. Mike Hayes taking over the attack here for the junior Tomahawks. They print up. As Hayes sending some picks. Now Aubrey Henry's shot soaked in front. Good soak there from the WarChiefs. Stepping up to take one for the team was James Reif. Shot makes it on target. Sounded like it was a bit late, and officials do agree. Possession will be awarded to the WarChiefs. Look like they will kill this penalty as White drives to the net, gets a shot away. But Tanyan Davis makes another nice save. It is a 1-0 game here in the first period of play as we are just under 12 minutes left to go in the first frame. Seneca WarChiefs with the early advantage. They have the ball at the moment. John looking for an option. Raymond John will pass it off as the WarChiefs are back to full strength. Elias John over the near side of the floor. Garen John trying to work inside. John, toe drag. Fighting hard here is Garen John, but forced to pass it off. Ball up top. Outside rip off the crossbar. That one looked like it caught some iron out of the stick of Landon Johnson as he comes oh so close to doubling the WarChiefs' advantage. Elias John trying to stuff it in top corner, but denied by Tanyan Davis. Davis got to start the first game that I saw the junior Tomahawks play this season against Tonawanda. Didn't play his best ball, but gave his team a chance. And then in the game against Allegheny, instead it was Vince Sandy. And unfortunately, Vince suffered a very tough injury as he was removed from the game. Davis came in relief and did an excellent job, especially in that game, in relief of Vince Sandy to help his junior Tomahawks get a 9-8 overtime win over the Allegheny Junior Arrows. And that ball will go over and back, and the penalty will be assessed against the WarChiefs. Let's take a look and see if we got a look at the penalty, as the arm already up, so I might have been a bit late. There I was a bit surprised we didn't get a loose ball push call. But no matter, a little late on the penalty as the man will head to the box. And for the second time in this game, we will see the Tuscarora Junior Tomahawks on the power play. Penalty assessed to the WarChiefs. Number 17, Noah Nazarecki. Ite Pruna gets a nice screen, steps in, fires, denied by Warrior. Might have caught a piece of a defender instead, as there is a WarChief a bit shaken up in front. Number 7, Eli Himmelin, but he is able to make it off the floor, as I could hear Darius Kilgore, the head coach for the Seneca WarChiefs, shouting from the bench. That's a face-off, as I believe that shot was fully just soaked by Himmelin. It might not have caught Warrior at all. We'll take another look at this while the officials deliberate things. There, oh yeah, I think that was totally soaked by Himmelin. Man, credit to him for being willing to step in and take that one like a pro, as now the officials are going to go discuss things with Coach Kilgore. There's Kilgore, one of the all-time greats in the sport of lacrosse, a Hall of Famer, and 4-time NLL champion, has won as a player and has won as a coach. A winner at every level, and really everywhere he goes, he wins. He has done a lot of that here with the WarChiefs. Connor Vaughn trying to do some winning here today for the Tomahawks. just misses that bottom right corner. No deflection off the goalie, says the official. So possession to the WarChiefs. Minute 30 left in the penalty to Nazarecki. Elias John looking to go to work along the near boards. Watched by Savino Bass. John passes it over to the far side. Pick set there for Stevens. Stevens' shot turned away by Davis. Nearly able to get his own rebound, and he does. That is some great work there from Everett Stevens to secure the extra possession and give the WarChiefs a chance to kill 30 more seconds off the clock. Garen John finds Elias John. Cross-floor pass connects. Stevens spinning away from one man. Somehow gets a shot away. It is stopped by Davis. Might have caught a piece of the iron. Either way, it is kept out. Here comes Tuscarora in transition. Timon, the former Seneca WarChief, gonna flip it over to Connor Vaughn. Good recovery defense there by the WarChiefs to take away any sort of transition threat for the junior Tomahawks. Aubrey Henry, fresh off the bench. Now they print up, just missing that top right corner. Nice left arm save from Warrior. Bounce shot there is stopped by Damian Warrior as well. 3-on-1 developing here for the WarChiefs. Quick pass back. White with the shot, just misses. Oh, great chance there for the Seneca WarChiefs in transition. Simon White, the man who got to take the shot but not able to find the target. Pressure being brought here by the WarChiefs as Tuscarora tries to secure the ball. White's gonna get another chance. Here is Simon White on a breakaway. He scores! What a great shot there from Simon White. The lack spot gets his first of the game. And there you can see White had that chance in transition and he made no mistake. Let's get another look at it once more as White able to secure the loose ball, and if he has any sort of room, especially towards the goal, he is going to take full advantage of it, as he is an expert in transition. There's a reason why they call him the lack spot. I don't know, but I am sure it's a very good one, as he is so impressive. I remember watching him a lot last year, and he can win faceoffs as well. He wins you that draw to give you possession as the WarChiefs to try and add to their early 2-0 advantage. Stevens has a man down low on the far side. Takes a nice cross check from a Tomahawk and Andrew Hardy. This ball bouncing around in the near corner. Flipped over to the far side. Able to keep control there are the WarChiefs. They're forced to just sort of ice it, and they threw it over towards a WarChief player, and they're going to just say goalie water break. It was number 19, Colton Huff. Oh, he is going to head to the box. Okay, they are going to call the penalty as delay of game, says Trent Bray, the official, and we'll get another look at it. In case you don't believe us, that shot clock is at 0, 1, 2, 3 steps it looks like, and an easy decision for the officiating crew. A delay of game call and a heads-up play by Tanyan Davis to point it out. It never hurts to do just that. As we have reached this goalie water break, we're going to take a quick look at the chat. We got 118 of you all tuning in. Thank you so very much for your support, making us a part of your Wednesday evening. Who doesn't love some midweek lacrosse here on Blue Squatch Productions? Grandmaster Franklin, thank you very much. I appreciate you oh so much. Sam Kirk, let's go WarChiefs. Hoping to see his buddy AJ Grimmer in the net tonight. Hey, you never know what's gonna happen. Herbie John, let's go my sons, play hard and smart. Hey, when they got a great dad like you and who's a great official, I'm sure they're going to play incredibly smart. Herbie John, excellent NLL official that is, I am sure, more than educated his young boys about the rule book, and even at the lower levels to the highest level as that ball stripped out of the stick of a Tomahawk. And the WarChiefs will break forward. Simon White, we've already seen what he can do in transition today. White, not going to have the same kind of opportunity here as that ball knocked out of his stick. Dakota Ferguson with a swinging stick check to force the turnover. Could be a chance the other way for Brady Quill. Quill, the former Hilton cadet, and current sophomore at UAlbany, going to head for a change. As the power play unit back onto the floor once again for Tuscarora. I believe already their third appearance of the game. Vaughn has some room. Toe drag, gets to the middle, shot stopped by Warrior. Oh, what a nice shoulder save that was from Damian Warrior as Connor Vaughn created an excellent opportunity with that toe drag to get to the front of the net. But Damian Warrior makes a beautiful save to keep it a 2-0 ball game. As there's only 30 seconds left on the penalty to the WarChiefs. Number 19, Huff. John, forced into the corner by Burnham. Hamilton Burnham having a great start to this season for Tuscarora, forces the shot clock violation as the Tomahawks will bring the ball up the floor. Vaughn, no doubt, has been the main man for the junior Tomahawks on offense this season. They stand down with Lemoyne. Now here's Hayes with a shot, kept out by Warrior. Good look there for Mike Hayes, but not able to blow that one past Damian Warrior. As the netminder rocking the purple is dialed in right now. Huff goes to the far side. Return feed right back, quick stick kept out by Davis. Good sequence there is now Ferguson breaking in transition, scores! A big-time goal for Tuscarora as Dakota Ferguson strikes in transition. It's a 2-1 game. We gotta get another look at that finish from Dakota Ferguson going to the far post. Able to get that goal. How about one more time? An excellent feed to him. Avoids the swinging stick check there from the defender. Tracking back, Landon Johnson. An excellent job done by Ferguson as he gets his team's first goal of the game. The Genesee Community College man and transfer from Russell Sage. Very good year over at GCC. And speaking of players having great years, what a rip that was. I believe that was Elias John letting it go. And the WarChiefs get that goal right back. Let's check this out one more time. And yeah, oh yeah, that is Elias John, no doubt about it. Rip that one home. For the third Seneca WarChiefs goal of the game. I know I mentioned it earlier, got to watch Elias John at the ULAX tournament, and oh man, playing against men, he stood out and was very impressive. Somebody that I think is going to be a big part of this WarChiefs team for as long as he is junior eligible. As White, the loose ball machine, secures it along the near boards, takes it into the far corner. Now behind the net is Simon White. Hounded there by the Tuscarora defense and forced to just pass it off. Outside rip there is stopped. Troy Snow letting it go. Behind the back shot misses wide. I think that one came from Colton Huff. This ball still pinballing around as Snow gets the shot away, but Tanyan Davis makes a nice save. Keep the deficit at just 2. They print up. There's 2 men on him. Passes it over to the far side. Big collision there. But the Tomahawks keep possession and score. Oh, always stick with the play, and that is why Aubrey Henry gets the goal, and the Tomahawks only trail by 1. Great look at Aubrey Henry there after his goal. As there you can see that ball just squeaks out to a Tomahawk on the far side. That's heat they print up who helped to save the possession there for Tuscarora. It is kept off by Aubrey Henry, getting his first goal of the game. Possession here with Tuscarora as the junior Tomahawks trying to tie this game up here at 3. Approaching just 3 to go. Shot on there is turned away by Warrior. Might not have counted anyways, as there's a they pronounced stepped in the crease, and here comes a chance the other way. Breakaway chance for the WarChiefs, stopped by Davis. Traylon Warrior in transition, not able to beat a very stout Tanyan Davis, who is dialed in tonight for the junior Tomahawks. Vaughn sends it down low, driving to the net, shot on, they score! Peter McGowan stuffs that one home, and we're all tied up at 3. First time getting to watch Peter McGowan. And man, oh man, he makes plays like that happen. He's going to be a joy to watch every time. Let's take one more look at it here. McGowan just makes a nice little move, just kind of dips his shoulder, drives to the net, and gets just enough on it to beat Damian Warrior for the 3rd junior Tomahawks goal of the game. Cross check right off the loose ball, no whistle. Just some good play there by Troy Kennedy. Kennedy fighting hard for this loose ball. Who's going to end up with it? Nobody. I guess you could say our penalty box operator got it. That's where the ball went. Start once again in the stick of Mike Hayes, who finds Connor Vaughn. 15 games this season with Lemoyne for Vaughn. 11 goals, 21 points. He was very impressive in his sophomore year with the Dolphins. And the back pass is picked off. Could be a chance the other way for the WarChiefs. Bringing it forward for the WarChiefs, number 25, Kevin Beaver, but not able to do much with it as the Tomahawks will take it right back. Andrew Timon, Mercyhurst Laker does a good job transitioning the ball to the floor. Force into the corners, Printup by a double team. Printup able to split it. Printup passes it over to the far side, but just a bit behind the intended target of Aubrey Henry. Could be a chance now in transition for the WarChiefs. Having trouble hanging on to it was number 11, Randall John. Gorgeous Woody, not able to keep control of the ball. Possession still with the WarChiefs as that shot up and out of play. It was Landon Johnson letting it go. Burnham flips it to Vaughn. Connor Vaughn takes a nice cross check and passes the ball away. Marzalek goes to Vaughn. Heavy cross check delivered, but Vaughn not phased whatsoever. Pass in the middle. Bounce shot there just up over the net. Great thinking from Jack Kane, but not able to find the target. Now White having trouble holding on to this loose ball. Fire going in to try and force the turnover. And delivered there by Burnham, but possession will stay with the WarChiefs. Here's Elias John. Gets a screen, has some room, passes to Garen John, who scores! Oh, such pretty two-man game action between Garen and Elias John as the WarChiefs have the lead right back. There you can see Garen John goes in to set the pick. Elias John hits him right away with that perfect pass. Garen makes no mistake right on the crease. Just a little BTB flip. Garen John throws that one past Tanyan Davis. They give the WarChiefs their 4th goal of the game. That's John to John. Make it 4-3 WarChiefs. That ball nearly goes into the WarChiefs bench. Could be a chance the other way. Running in transition is Snow. Tries to bounce that one past Tanyan Davis. No avail on that attempt. Ball just thrown away by the junior Tomahawks as we have reached the end of the first period of play. The score after 20 minutes, the Seneca WarChiefs 4 and the Tuscarora junior Tomahawks 3. We're going to take one quick look at the chat here before we step aside. William Johnny saying, let's go WarChiefs, watching from Vancouver Island. Well, thank you very much, William, for tuning in. Eternal Dink Man, I just gave that goalie stick to the Tusky goaltender from Red Eye Lacrosse. Let's go. Thank you so very much. I'm sure he loves it. Thank you all for supporting us here on Blue Squatch Productions. One more time after one period of play, the score, a Tuscarora Junior Tomahawks 3, the Seneca WarChiefs 4. inside of Cornerstone Arena as we get ready for the second period of play between the Seneca WarChiefs and the Tuscarora Junior Tomahawks. We are underway here in the second frame between these two rivals as the WarChiefs looking to get things started right away. Get an early shot here, but Tanyan Davis was ready for it as he makes a nice save to keep it a 4-3 scoreline. Possession will go back to the WarChiefs after Tuscarora not able to get the ball over in 10 seconds. The violation will give the WarChiefs the extended possession here. Stevens has a man on the far side. Darren John stepping in, trying to pass it back to the near side. Can't connect on his pass. Trying to hit Braxton Kilgore. Darren John once again. Physical pick. What a pick there. We'll get a look at it. It's illegal and pretty easy to see why. Bit over aggressive on the part of Elias John. And back to Tuscarora. Outside rip there. Misses wide and goes up and out of play. They print up, letting the shot go for the Junior Tomahawks. Back the other way. Here's Randall John. He'll leave it for a man off the bench and Ethan Steeprock. Steeprock feeding into the middle, can't connect with Stevens. Loose ball picked up by Stevens though. Good find by number 89 in purple. Ferguson watching his man on the far side. Outside rip there, just misses wide. Good work there by the WarChiefs to open up that look. 30-second shot clock buzzer goes, so possession will be awarded to Tuscarora. They'll start in the low corner. Vinny Marzalek, product of the University of Mount Union, just got done with his junior season. 17 games, 6 points, 5 points from Marzalek with Mount Union. Here's Connor Vaughn. Flipping it over to Heath Print-Up. He's having some trouble hanging on to that one. That'll take a WarChiefs bounce. Here's a chance on a breakaway. Warrior stopped by Davis. Faking and faking and faking, but Tanyan Davis not fooled as he sticks with Traylon Warrior the whole way to deny him on the breakaway opportunity. Kane has a man to his right in Sorge. Ball down low for Hayes. Hayes trying to flip it into the middle, and he scores! Oh my goodness. What happened there? Mike Hayes finds the back of the net. Let's see this one again. Looked like it was a pass into the middle. I think that's exactly what it was from Hayes. It just caught the stick of the defender there. Oh, tough break for the low defender there, Eli Himmelin. Couple of tough breaks so far this game. None worse than that as that ball goes into the back of the net. It'll be the 4th goal of the game for the Junior Tomahawks and the first for Mike Hayes. Fresh off the bench here is Heath Print-Up. He's knocked to the floor. Shot on there, stopped by Warrior. Long pass in transition. Trying to connect here with a man for the WarChiefs. Fresh off the bench is Darren John, who's denied by Davis. End action now. 2-on-1. Fryer! Stopped by Warrior. An athletic save there for Damian Warrior as he denies Evan Fryer from beating him to the 5-hole and giving Tuscarora their first lead in the contest. Here is Stevens, Everett Stevens. Passes it to the far side. Aaron John has some room. It's a pick set. That is legal, says the official, so possession will go to the Junior Tomahawks. Colton Huff, a bit over aggressive there as Mike Hayes will get this ball into safe territory. Ball moved to the far side. Hayes with it, shot stopped by Warrior. Quick developing play there for Tuscarora, but it leads to a big save for Damian Warrior. And this game still knotted up at 4. Roy Snow has man off the bench. Working it around now. Here's Ethan Steeprock. Feeding it in front, trying to find Snow. Can't connect with him. Ball will end up on the back of the net for Tanyan Davis. He will look to break things out here for the junior Tomahawks. Pass, Karam's off the boards, falls into the stick of Andrew Timon. Played 2 games in his freshman season with the Mercyhurst Lakers, did Timon. Now here is the Lemoyne star, Connor Vaughn. Vaughn being hounded here by WarChiefs, or by a WarChief, as that ball getting out to the floor. Johnson playing some tight D. And officials, I think you're going to say a loose ball push in the back, so possession will go to Tuscarora right as that shot clock was going to expire. Bad time for that call for the WarChiefs. Good one for the Tomahawks. They will most certainly take it and knock to the floor. On the near side for Tuscarora, fed in front, shot on there, kept out by Warrior. Reset here for the junior Tomahawks. Not going to matter though, as the second shot will go over and back. Possession will go to the WarChiefs as the ball caroms into the crease. Tanyan Davis stops play, and now officially play will be halted for the over and back violation. 14:45 left to go here in the second period of play. We are all tied up at 4 goals apiece between the Seneca WarChiefs and the Tuscarora Tomahawks. Huff! No! You be the judge. Officials say no. We'll give you a quick look at it here. Just some great 2-man game action. I don't know, it looked clean on the takeoff to me. It's all about that landing there. Tough to tell on just a quick look, but our officials get it right 99 times out of 100, so I'll trust their judgment on that crease call. Pass broken up here by a WarChief. Looks like Simon White got his stick on it. Here is White, who scores! Once again, Simon White scores in transition as he gives the WarChiefs a 5-4 lead. Oh man, the lack spot once again. Strikes here for the Seneca WarChiefs. Picks the bottom corner. And Selly's in the near corner. Just an excellent read there defensively. Noticed that the pass was not as perfect as Vaughn would have liked it, and took full advantage to give his WarChiefs squad the 1-goal lead. Tuscarora has the ball right back though. To try and tie this game up once again. The Tomahawks have been close all throughout. Have yet to take the lead. They print up. Lets an outside rip go, but Damian Warrior sees it the whole way and makes the easy save. Legging it up the floor here is Beaver. Kevin Beaver gets it to the near side. And in the middle is Ethan Steeprock. He'll backpedal and pass it off. Nice John. Has a lane right to the net. John stopped by Davis. Oh, golden opportunity for Elias John. Everybody just got out of his way and gave him a perfect lane to the net. But Tanyan Davis keeping his junior Tomahawks team in it. Pass here picked off. Kane's feet taken away. Chance the other way. Garen John, fresh off the bench, denied by Davis. A back in will be called that'll keep possession with the WarChiefs, but Tanyan Davis with a huge save to keep this a 1-goal game. Garen John on his offside, not gonna force anything. Pull things out and flip it over to Stevens. Everett Stevens can't stuff that one home. Nearly able to find the top right corner was Everett Stevens, but Tanyan Davis locked in right now for Tuscarora. Offense just has to help him out a little bit, get him some goals. Here you go, right on cue. Pete Day Printup ties this game up at 5. Right as I was saying that the offense needs to step up for Tanyan Davis and get him some goals. That is exactly what happens, and that has forced a timeout called by the WarChiefs. We'll get another look at this one. Brennup starts high, then just drops it down low, as we'll get a great look at the Seneca WarChiefs head coach, Darius Kilgore, who is admonishing his team after the latest junior Tomahawk goal. Darius Kilgore, a veteran coach that is most certainly someone that is able to fire up his team at any given moment. And speaking of coaches that can do that, we got one on the other side too, and Randy Chrysler, the head man for the Tuscarora Junior Tomahawks. And if there's anybody that can fire you up, I think it's these two head coaches right here, Darius Kilgore and Randy Chrysler. Both of them have a way with words and a way with teams and just getting the best out of the players they have. That is a great look at Randy Chrysler, courtesy of our fantastic camera Pankowitz of Canisius University, stepping in and helping us out here today, doing an excellent job. But thank you to him, and thank you to Randy Chrysler as well for all of his support. He helps make these streams possible, so thank you very much to Randy Chrysler for the support of Blue Squatch Productions and for helping bring this stream to all of you fine folks watching at home. Timon gonna head to the bench after moving a pass off. The shot from Burnham is swallowed up by Damian Warrior. Possession will go back the other way here for the Seneca WarChiefs. It is John looking for an option. Randall John, that is, onto the far side of the floor now. Bouncing around and passing it off. Here is Braxton Kilgore. Kilgore loses control here. Steep rock. Giving an extra couple cross checks and slashes to the Tuscarora defender. In Mike Hayes, who has the ball right now. Hayes goes over to Kane. The former St. Joe's man, Kane, behind the net. Looking for an option. Feeds it in front, but the pass broken up into a slew of WarChiefs that somehow are more than able to knock that ball down. Randall John. Head to the bench and leave it for Elias John. Might have to do a John counter at some point in this game. John to John to John. As now, here's John again. Or Snow, excuse me, over to Garen John, whose pass broken up in front. I'm having too much fun. As now the Tomahawks gonna bring it back the other way. The pass misses Burnham, but it will be saved by Hite Burnham. Good ad for this junior Tomahawks team has been Hite Burnham. Going to be a consistent option on offense for the junior Tomahawks. Pass maybe without its intended target. Back the other way go the WarChiefs. Could be a chance in transition, but good recovery defense from the junior Tomahawks to not allow any sort of an opening for Kevin Beaver. Here's Ethan Steeprock. Passing it off. Darren John on the far side. John passes the ball off and goes right into set picks. Hard worker like that. Know where he got that from, as that ball will go over and back. Possession will be awarded to Tuscarora with 9:47 left to play here in the second period. It is a 5-5 game between the 2-1 Tuscarora Junior Tomahawks and the 0-0 Seneca WarChiefs. Have failed to mention this is the WarChiefs' first game of the season. Have been a bit delayed starting their year, trying to get everybody back from college, high school, and whatnot. So we're going to have a goalie water break. That'll give us a chance to talk about how these teams have fared so far throughout this season. The WarChiefs, as I mentioned, in their first game of the year. The reigning champions had a 12-0 season last year with a first place finish, as they are oh so accustomed to, and a 3-0 championship win in the best of 5 series over Tuscarora went on to the Founders Cup, had a good showing there, but ultimately not enough to come home with a medal. They did have a very high note to end their tournament on, winning in the Tier 2 championship, or the 5th place game, 9-8 in overtime to take down the Queen City Kings. While Tuscarora, in game number 4 this season, opened the year off with a 17-11 defeat against Tonawanda, much to the surprise of many here in Cornerstone Arena. Braves fans were treated to a show that night. Then another tough game against Allegheny. Tuscarora able to come away with the win, as it was a big reason why Connor Vaughn led the Tomahawks against the Arrows. Well, he's leading them right now against the WarChiefs. It's a 6-5 game. A big reason why Tuscarora was able to win against Allegheny was the game winner from that man, Connor Vaughn. Eerily similar to that shot. How about another look at it? Just a low rip there from Vaughn that squeaks through Warrior and gives Tuscarora their first lead of the game. And the Tomahawks right back on the attack. Oh, not for long. Back the other way. Here's Simon White. Once again in transition, denied by Davis. Oh man, Simon White is really causing all kinds of problems in transition. It's a darn good thing Tanyan Davis has been on the ball. Here's White with a shot. Warrior keeps out. What a nifty shot that was from Hayes, excuse me. Back the other way, end-to-end action here as Garen John denied by Tanyan Davis. This one turned it into a track meet real quick. Loose ball secured by the WarChiefs, so they will have full possession now. Everett Stevens looking for an option. Fresh legs off the bench. Feed down low. Garen John fakes and scores! What a nice finish there for Garen John right in front of the net to tie this game up at 6. Just a good pick set by John and an excellent feed right to him. And after that, Garen John did the rest. And that's something I'm really seeing a lot of with Garen John here today, especially, is he'll pass the ball off. First thing he does, run in and set a pick. Doesn't matter who it's for, doesn't matter who has the ball, where it is on the floor. He is always willing to go into those dirty areas, set picks. And he knows exactly where to be and where to look to get that ball right back. Because he can make plays like that happen. As John ties this game up at 6, Tuscarora trying to get that first ever win over the Seneca WarChiefs. And they're going to head to the power play once again. I believe it's going to be the 4th time already here in this game that the junior Tomahawks will get the man advantage as Tanyan Davis went to the bench. Connor Vaughn. Some heavy pressure here. Hear the calls of house from the WarChiefs bench. Trying to get everybody back in. Quick shot in front, denied by Warrior. It was Nazareki who was pulling forward, and the WarChiefs were calling him back in. Let's get another look at that save from Damian Warrior. Not going to have a look at the penalty as they clip this instead. Just an excellent save with that right shoulder to keep that ball out as Aubrey Henry was getting pushed to his left, able to try and send it that way in the right side of Warrior, but Damian does an excellent job to keep that one out. Both of these netminders doing great for their respective teams here this evening. 7 minutes left to go here in the second period of play. Possession with the Tuscarora Junior Tomahawks on the power play. Ball on the far side. Outside rip there, just misses wide from Brenna. Vaughn saves the possession. They're going to say it did catch a piece of Warrior. What a shot in front. Kept out by Damian Warrior. Trailing Warrior now. some fresh legs off the bench, and Warrior looks like we'll stay out for a shift on O. Stevens goes to Garen John on the far side, working with Elias John. Back for Stevens, quick stick, no! Oh my goodness, how did Tanyan Davis keep that one out? A quick look at it here. Oh, baby. What a nice post-to-post step that was for Tanyan Davis. As the WarChiefs, almost as dangerous short-handed as they are 5-on-5. They can strike at any time on that floor. Here is Vaughn. Skip pass down low. Return feed. Vaughn rips it and scores! Connor Vaughn blows that one by Warrior to give the Tomahawks the lead. Just step in and fire it past the 5-hole of Damian Warrior does Connor Vaughn. You'll see it right here. That top left defender just steps away a bit too far, I think, and that gives Connor Vaughn the shot. Room to let that shot go. You got to see a great look at him on the bench there as Timon having some trouble hanging on to this one, forced to just send it down to Mike Hayes as we hear the calls of reset from the Tuscarora bench. They get it. It's the French 30 on the clock right now. Mike Hayes has a lane to the net. Here's a chance for Hayes. He scores! Oh, the Red Seas parted for Mike Hayes as he makes it an 8-6 game. Everything just worked out perfectly there for Mike Hayes as the lane opened right up, and the captain for the Tuscarora Junior Tomahawks took full advantage. What a finish there for Mike Hayes to give the Junior Tomahawks the 2-goal lead, their largest of the game. Loose ball secured off the draw by the WarChiefs. Nazareki brings it forward. Shot on there, stopped by Davis. Simon White letting it go. The follow-up chance from Garen John was stopped, but the whistle blown before the shot was taken anyways. Possession back to Tuscarora. Dangerous pass there. Nearly works out though. Oh my goodness, that was a hospital pass if I've ever seen one from Burnham. And nearly put his teammate into a bad spot there, McGowan, but the ball took a fortuitous Tuscarora bounce to Jack Kane right on the doorstep, but not able to finish. Here's a chance for the WarChiefs. They score! Oh, how did he find his way open down there? That looked like Colton Huff getting the goal for the WarChiefs. And it was Colton Huff. You could see just finds his way open there. Oh my goodness, what a nice play that was from Huff. I gotta digest this one more time. Calls for the ball, going the wrong way, fakes it high just to get Davis to take that little step forward, then drops it down low into the bottom corner. Makes this a 1-goal game. Colton Huff has the WarChiefs' 7th goal of the contest. They have the ball right back off the draw. Could be a chance right away here, stopped by Davis. Randall John put that one square into the chest of Tanyan Davis. Easiest stop of the night for the Tuscarora netminder. Great game here on Blue Squatch Productions as we are under 4 minutes left to go here in the second period. It is a 1-goal lead for the Junior Tomahawks. Having trouble hanging on to that one there is Aubrey Henry. He's going to fight hard in the corner for the loose ball, but it will not matter. A shot clock violation gives possession to the WarChiefs. Simon White flips it for Elias John. Ball to the far side. Quick feed in front. Somehow makes it to its intended target. And Everett Stevens does the wise thing and just backs it out. Keeps possession. Quick stick shot. They score. Oh, it didn't take long at all for the WarChiefs to tie this game up at 8 As burying that quick stick shot was Landon Johnson. And there you can see Johnson right on the crease. Very low angle, able to get that ball home. Another look at it. Toe might have been close to that line. I don't know. You'll have to be the judge at home. But either way, Landon Johnson makes it an 8-8 game. And one of the questions I was beginning to ponder after Tuscarora took the lead would be, how do the WarChiefs handle being pressured by a team like Tuscarora? Is the WarChiefs a team that has won, all throughout their history? They don't lose much at all. And many of their wins are quite one-sided, and it makes you wonder how they will adjust, especially in their first game of the season, getting pressured and having to play some of their best lacrosse like this. That one goes in! Oh, Connor Vaughn's got the Midas touch today as that seeing eye shot finds the back of the net. Oh my goodness, let's get another look at this one. Connor Vaughn from way downtown on the other side of the restraining line gets that one to go. Looked like it caught a piece of Simon White on the way to the net as he put his head to or hands to his head right after. As you can see, that ball right away looked like it just changed direction, changed spin, bounce angle, and just threw off Warrior. Nothing that he could do there, and a bounce gives the Tomahawks a 1-goal lead. Working down low there is Tuscarora's Peter McGowan, not able to really get a shot off before stepping in the crease, so possession will go to the WarChiefs. Nice John. Flips it to Everett Stevens. Stevens trying to run right past Fryer. Heavy pick delivered there from Troy Snow. No whistle. Here is Snow. And there we'll get the illegal pick call against Stevens. Almost seemed like a matter of time on that possession with how hard those picks were for the WarChiefs. Got to set hard, effective picks, but they got to be legal as well. I'm sure that is going to be one of the messages to the team coming from head coach Darius Kilgore at the break. Here's Kane. Jump shot, scores! Oh, what a rip from Jack Kane. And the Tomahawks have their 2-goal lead back. Oh my goodness. Just a jump shot to the 5-hole for Jack Kane as he gives Tuscarora their 10th goal of the game and the 2-goal lead. Could we be on the verge of some history? By my calculations, Tuscarora 0-15-1 all-time against the WarChiefs, 0-3 in playoff play. Never a win as John answers right back. Oh, when you need a big goal, just call that man, Garen John, as he makes it a 1-goal game. Good pick once again set by John. Burnham had the right idea, trying to just push John into the crease. But even with a stick on his back, Garen John able to finish. He is not phased whatsoever. And he gives the WarChiefs their 9th goal of the game. The former OCC product having a great game. Here's Elias John right off the draw, just missing. Oh, a dangerous play there. As, oh, here we go. A late shot was delivered to a junior Tomahawk as Drew O'Buck was a little shaken up, knocked to the ground after that play. Now Andrew Timon having words with his former teammates and the officiating crew after that sequence. 1:05 left on the board. Everybody heading to their benches. So I think we're just gonna get a quick little goalie water break while everybody sorts through things here, and this break in the action will give us a great chance to show you the current standings for the First Nations Junior B Lacrosse League. It is the return of the Onondaga Redhawks. They lead the way with a 3-0 record, 6 points on the season, as the Redhawks back after a year of absence, 3-time champs, looking to try and pick up ring number 4 this season. Tuscarora trying to get back to the finals for the second straight year. They are 2-1. The early defeat against Tonawanda, but 2 straight wins against Allegheny has given this Junior Tomahawks team some confidence here against the WarChiefs in their first game. They are in 4th. Tonawanda is 1-1 in 3rd place with 2 points on the year, and then Allegheny rounds out the field. They are 0-4 to start the season. So after all that, it'll be nothing more than just possession for Tuscarora, as the Junior Tomahawks will have the ball on their own side of the floor with 1 minute and 5 seconds left on the board, leading by 1. Ball is in the stick of Connor Vaughn. He will blitz right past his defender and get into the attacking zone. Not going to win a race with Connor Vaughn all too often is Noah Nazarecki, or really anyone out on the floor. The only one I can think that's a little faster is Michael Torrey, and he's not in the lineup tonight. Vaughn under all kinds of pressure. Vaughn lets a low rip go that nearly finds the back of the net. And with the luck that Vaughn has had tonight, just keep shooting, because it'll work out for you. Here's Garen John right on the doorstep. Denied by Davis, and Tanyan Davis had a few extra words for Garen John after that last play. I think maybe saying something along the lines of, "I got you this time, buddy." Tuscarora hearing the shouts of "just kill it" coming from the bench, so no intention on pushing the pace here. Just gonna take some time and maybe just get one final shot away. 6 seconds left on the board. Mike Hayes running around with it. No intentions on shooting that whatsoever, as the Junior Tomahawks send the ball to the corner, and we see some claps from Randy Chrysler and his team as Tuscarora leads after 2 periods of play, 10-9 here over the Seneca WarChiefs. And before we step aside, this will give us a great chance to show you what the Junior Tomahawks have next on their schedule. Tuscarora is going to have to head on the road, and it's not going to get any easier for the Junior Tomahawks, as they have a road contest on Saturday, May 30th at 3 p.m. against the Onondaga Junior Redhawks, before heading down to Logan Field on Thursday, June 11th. That's an 8 p.m. game with the Tonawanda Junior Braves, and they will be over at the Cattaraugus Community Center on Monday, June 15th at 8 p.m. for their date with this very same Seneca WarChiefs squad. The Junior Tomahawks don't return home until June 19th, so almost a calendar month away from today, when they play host to the Onondaga Junior Redhawks at 8 p.m. We're going to take a quick look at the chat here, seeing if there's anything fun going on. Let's go to Coda from Julia Ferguson. Lori Adams promoting that like button. Hey, yeah, hit that like button, saying go Tanyan as well. Darylyn Scanlon in the chat. Joe Lima saying let's go Tuscarora. Kayla Huff, I would assume cheering on Colton Huff, saying let's go. He had a very nice goal in that period. But yeah, if you're watching anybody in particular, a particular team, or from a cool spot, be sure to throw that in the chat. I always love seeing it as well. I especially love William Johnny from watching from Vancouver Island, such a unique spot as well from Western New York. Just love seeing all of that great stuff. We got 163 of you all tuning in. Thank you so very much for your support. And Sam Kirk, right as I'm about to wrap up, says I leave the stream for about a half hour and Tuscarora is up 10-9. Grimmer, we need you. Let's go WarChiefs. They might. Here as Tuscarora holds a 1-goal lead over the Seneca WarChiefs, as you're watching on Blue Squatch Productions. welcome back inside of Cornerstone Arena as we are underway here in the third period of play between the Tuscarora Junior Tomahawks and the Seneca WarChiefs. It is a 10-9 lead for the Tuscarora Junior Tomahawks here as we start the third period of play after battling all game long here with the WarChiefs. It has been close all throughout the first two periods, and the WarChiefs are looking to keep it that way. Right away, the Seneca WarChiefs get one. It's Croy Snow. And this is a guy who has been kept in check for the most part in this game. Croy Snow, who gets the goal right off the pick there for the WarChiefs. Just an easy catch and finish for Croy Snow as he gets what I believe is his first goal of the game. Yeah, first of the game for Croy Snow. Just one assist prior to this one for Snow, and he is somebody that I got to watch play for the Newtown Golden Eagles a couple times last year. I believe it was the playoffs I saw him in, where he really stood out. And when you can stand out like that amongst men, you're going to make things happen for sure at the junior level, just like Croy Snow does right there. He gives WarChiefs their 10th and tying goal. Pass misses the stick here of Connor Vaughn, and it will go over and back. The WarChiefs trailing. Warrior looking to play quick here, gets the shot away, but cannot beat Tanyan Davis. Will be a fresh 30 on the clock here for the WarChiefs. Get some fresh legs off the bench. The first man who sees the ball is Croy Snow. On the far side now, Everett Stevens working hard. WarChief knocked to the floor is Snow. He's going to make his way back to the bench as Elias John's shot is stopped by Tanyan Davis. Fryer working hard for the loose ball in the corner as he's able to get good body position on Landon Johnson to secure possession. I think Tanyan Davis was a little upset at some contact there. I think he wanted a penalty call for contacting the goalie in the crease, but he did not get one. Still 5-on-5. Shifting his way forward is Vinny Marzalek. Directing some traffic is Marzalek. Goes to Vaughn. Vaughn steps in, fires, stopped by Warrior. There's not a shot that Connor Vaughn doesn't like tonight, and when you've had the luck he has had, I don't blame you. Just about everything going his way here this evening. Gonna have to keep going that way if the Junior Tomahawks want to come away with the victory. Fake after fake after fake being thrown in by Huff, and it nearly works out to a goal, trying to stuff it short side on Davis. Here is Garen John. Slow things down. Steep rock! Just misses. Good save by Davis to deflect that one wide. Jordan Cook Jr. Lakeshore High School graduate and product SUNY Morrisville, where he's playing his college ball. Turnover here for the Tomahawks as the ball sloppily passed around by both teams. Trailing Warrior going to slow things down. Fakes the change and stays out for a shift on O. Here is Elias John. Matched up on Hayes. Pass in the middle. Outside rip from Snow, turned away by Davis. Davis has got to get back to his feet quickly, though. Another chance, stopped by Davis. Croy Snow, this time from point-blank range, is denied by Tanyan Davis. Scrum in the corner. Who's going to come away with a Lucy? It's Burnham. Hamilton Burnham looking to push in transition. Penalty coming up. Burnham hit hard to the floor. There will be a penalty assessed prior to the hit. Don't have a look at it, but I do have a look at this last hit delivered here by the WarChiefs as Burnham running in transition. And it was number 25 for the WarChiefs, Kevin Beaver, who knocked his man to the floor. But prior to it, a penalty was called on Traylon Warrior in the corner. And Possession will go to Tuscarora, and the Junior Tomahawks will head to the man advantage. We have had quite a few opportunities on the power play, have the Junior Tomahawks here this game. It has really helped them stay in this game and be as competitive as they can with this WarChiefs squad. Just trying to square away everything with the penalty. Right now on the board, the penalty is assessed to Traylon Warrior. And it is just a 2-minute minor penalty. Power play begins now for Tuscarora. Ball is up top with Vaughn. Over the near side, quickly back to the far side. A low rip there is blocked in front. Letting that one go was Aubrey Henry. Fighting hard down low for it is Peter McGowan. McGowan still having to fight for it as he's pressed up against the boards. And he's still going to give chase, but the WarChiefs play some great defense. Ball away from him. McGowan will stay out to try and double team Everett Stevens. Easier said than done there. Stevens going to push the pace here. Driving in on Fryer, loses his bucket and passes it off. No whistle though. The play will continue. Aaron John takes a few slashes on the hands from Fryer. Fryer trying to tie him up as well as Ferguson. Not able to do so as John can't get the shot away, but able to drain a full 30 seconds off the shot clock and off the penalty. Most importantly, the Traylon Warrior, they currently sits at 45 seconds remaining. Junior Tomahawks running a little hidden ball trick here, but the WarChiefs, a veteran-laden team like they are, not phased whatsoever. Hayes trying to field that ball off, hop in the corner, takes a nasty bounce off the boards. Go right to Simon White. White passes it forward for James Reif. Reif has Elias John. Goes in and sets a pick for John, who had a good look there at the net. Decides it's better to just slow things down and drain this penalty clock down. Johnson with it up top. Down low. Trying to come around it and get the shot away there. It's the double three for the WarChief, James Reif. But a nice save made by Tanyan Davis. Keeps us level at 10. Penalty has expired to Warrior. Back to even strength are the WarChiefs. Connor Vaughn. Mike Hayes. Could have laid to the net. Draws the attention of defenders. Shot on. Turned away by Warrior. Kane letting it go. Now skip pass. Connects. Shot on. Stopped by Warrior. They print up with a chance. Loose ball secured here by Kane. Kane passing it over to Hayes. He can't handle it. 3 WarChiefs defenders slide to him. Allow him to keep the possession alive. Connor Vaughn goes over to Mike Hayes. Hayes' little flip pass broken up. Picked up now by White. And hounded here by 3 different Junior Tomahawks and is able to get the pass away to Randall John. Back the other way. Huff. Chance on the doorstep for Snow. Stopped by Davis. Tanyan Davis continues to impress here for Tuscarora. And the WarChiefs should be very keyed in on how great of a player Tanyan Davis is. They got a chance to play with the Tuscarora netminder at the Founders Cup last season, as Davis was one of the pickups for the WarChiefs. Him, along with Brendan Dean, I believe, were the 2 main goaltending tandem for the WarChiefs last season. Could have seen a bit of AJ Grimmer as well, but I know it was a lot of Dean and Davis at the Founders. Here's Elias John back the other way. Feeding it into the middle. It's Stevens. Stopped by Davis. Loose ball secured here by Huff. He flips it. Trying to hit a teammate streaking through the middle, but can't do so. Luckily, Elias John able to save possession. Ethan Steeprock. John gets a pick from Huff. Could be moving. but isn't. Huff loses his stick, and Cole's gonna went both ways there. Better just let it play out on. Breakaway shot, stop, turned away by Warrior. Andrew Hardy on the breakaway chance. Stopped by Damian Warrior, as both of these two goaltenders are really stepping up now and playing some of their best lacrosse. Elias John onto the far side. Colton Huff from downtown stopped. Rebound kept out. Two big saves for Tanyan Davis. Keeps this game level at 10. Approaching 11 minutes left to go here in the third period. 2-on-1 developing. Hayes feeds it to the far side. Kane can't hang on. Ball bouncing around in the crease, but it will fall into the stick of WarChief. Back the other way we go. Slowing things down here for a moment is an assistant captain on the WarChiefs, James Wright. Now Elias John. John driving in, lowers his shoulder, trying to get to the front on Ferguson, but steps in the crease. So possession back the other way to Tuscarora. End-to-end action inside of Cornerstone Arena. We thank you all so very much for joining us. In case you missed it, it has been a game all throughout. It was a 4-3 lead for the WarChiefs after one, but 7. Yes, you heard that right, 7 second period goals for Tuscarora to just 5 for the WarChiefs. Gave the junior Tomahawks the 1-goal lead into the intermission. Right now, one goal of the period scored by the WarChiefs, as we are all tied up at 10. Ball to the far side. Stevens trying to create something, finds Croy Snow with a low to high rip, stopped by Tanyan Davis. Fryer secures the loose ball as Davis goes out, tells, I think that was Huff coming around, and it was Huff, goes out and tells him, you're not coming around my net chasing after my guy without paying a price. That's exactly what happened. Ryland Sorge puts it down low. Barzalek looking for an option, matched up one-on-one. Moves it to the near side of the floor. Heath Brinnup steps into the middle. Acrobatic stop by Warrior as he just got on it. And the push here will give possession to the Seneca WarChiefs. Take a moment, everybody, to catch your breaths, because this one has been exciting and end-to-end all throughout. 9:24 left to go here in the third period of play, and it is a tie game here at 10 apiece. We got almost 200 of you tuning in. Thank you all so very much for making us a part of your Wednesday evening. Some midweek lacrosse here from Cornerstone Arena. As I take a look at the chat, Sam Kirk saying he's watching over from New Jersey. Very cool spot for Mr. Kirk. Cotton Johns, go WarChiefs. Jack saying let's go Garen and Randall. Let's go Ethan as well. Comrade saying watching from West Virginia, about to come up and play for the Braves. But we look forward to seeing you up here in Western New York. Greg, we appreciate you as well. Jeff Kane saying let's go Tuscarora, Jack Kane. Elijah saying bad call, and Turtle Ding, come on Trent. Having some fun with the officials, no doubt, as Hayes knocks that ball to the floor. Hayes will immediately track back and cover the man in front, gives him a nice little shove, no whistle. Johnson trying to find a man in front, can't quite do so, as the ball will end up in the stick of a Tomahawk for a moment. Taken right back by John, though. Elias John will whip it down into the corner for his teammate Garen John. Garen John looking for an option. Still looking is John. Trying to get top side there. Quick shot down low, stopped by Davis. Good ball movement for the WarChiefs. Another chance, stopped by Davis. A right arm save for Tanyan Davis keeps this game level at 10. But a fresh 30 for the WarChiefs gives them a great shot to break the deadlock. Here is Croy Snow working on Fryer, gets a pick. Trying to hit him off the pick. Takes a shot there, stopped by Davis. It was Stevens letting it go. Trying to work that two-man game Davis's breakout pass, not a good one, knocked down by John and swooped up by Simon White. Back the other way. Here goes Garen John in transition, driving on Davis, and oh, Garen John and Tanyan Davis having some words. We saw them have an exchange earlier in this contest, but this time a couple extra shoves given, as I don't think Tanyan Davis took too kindly to Garen John trying to get into his crease, but Tanyan lets him know. Garen saying, hey, I'm just doing my job. I'm trying to score goals. It looks like nothing much will come of this as far as penalties are concerned, and it will just be possession for Tuscarora. It'll start deep in their own end in the stick of Connor Vaughn. And if there's an attacker I want to transition this ball up the floor, it's Connor Vaughn. A unique combination of speed, skill, and athleticism. He's got it all. Quick shot in front, they score! Peter McGowan gets his second of the game, and Tuscarora leads by 1. There's a great look at McGowan headed to the bench. Goal number 2 on the evening for him. A spin move in front, and then a rip to beat Damian Warrior for the 11th junior Tomahawks goal of the game. Oh, what a nice finish there for Peter McGowan, as he helps give this Tuscarora junior Tomahawks team a 1-goal lead. The lead has been as much as 2 for Tuscarora in this game, as it has been close since the opening whistle. Open man here for the WarChiefs, stopped by Davis. Oh, Croy Snow, and all the time in the world, and a quick stick chance is also kept out by Tanyan Davis. And that is exactly who you want taking that shot in that moment. Somebody like Croy Snow, he was not able to beat Tanyan Davis, who I think is playing his best game probably of his career. Easily the best that I have ever seen. We are under 7 minutes to go here in the third period. It's a 1-goal lead for Tuscarora over the Seneca WarChiefs. All moved back to the near side. Here is Elias John. BTB flip for Huff. Huff trying to stuff it low, but in the crease. Heads up call there by the official, recognizing Colton Huff straight into the crease. Possession will go back to Tuscarora. Connor Vaughn looking to be a hero once again. They print up, face dodge, gets to the front of the net, lets the shot go, but Damian Warrior makes the save. Almost a little twisting shot there for print up. Kept out by Damian Warrior. Landon Johnson fresh off the bench, has the ball in his stick. Looking to drive to the net. Johnson gets a shot away, but Davis makes a nice save there with his stick. Fryer thinking about pushing it here, can't quite catch up to it. Instead, the possession is saved by Stevens. First 30 here for the WarChiefs. Garen John gets to the front of the net and scores. Oh, it's too easy for Garen John when he's cooking in his office. He is excellent as he gives the WarChiefs their 11th goal of the game, as Garen John, so hard to defend down low like that. I said it's his office because that is where he does his best work for this Seneca WarChiefs squad. Just gets that extra step on Ferguson, fakes high, and drops it down low to beat Tanyan Davis for John's 4th goal of the game. No doubt about it, he has been the main man leading the attack here this game for the WarChiefs. And you have to imagine if a few other guys could sneak shots past. Could be a chance for Kane, kept out. Blown up after the fact. Oh my goodness. Let's take a quick look at this one. Jack Kane, all the net to shoot at, took 1 extra second to fake the shot, and that might have cost him. He paid the price after the fact too. Not able to get the 12th goal of the game for Tuscarora, and the WarChiefs get it right back. Ethan Steeprock sneaks that one through, and the WarChiefs regain the lead. A chance at one and for Tuscarora, not converted, and it leads to a chance at the other. Troy Snow sets a nice pick, and that shot from Ethan Steeprock right around the restraining line. Gets past Tanyan Davis, just steps in right past it. And you can see there it catches the right arm of Tanyan Davis, who has been dialed in all game long, but just lets that one sneak by. Could another one find the back of the net here? No, Troy Snow can't beat Tanyan Davis on that shot. As for Ethan Steeprock, the OCC man, product of Gowanda High School, gets his second goal of the game. Gives the Seneca WarChiefs the 1-goal lead. They print up. Puts it up top for Connor Vaughn. Outsider from Vaughn is turned away by Warrior. Print up. Gives a nice cross check. That will be called a penalty. Looked like it caught the shoulder from up here. The WarChiefs bench made sure to help him earn that call as Tanyan Davis makes the save in transition. Let's get another look and see if that one was indeed a high cross check or not. Tough to tell right there, as it looked like to me it caught him in the shoulder, and just the nature of it might have rode up on the neck there actually. So a good call from the official, and not the time for Tuscarora to take their first penalty of the game, as it's Heat Print Up heading to the sin bin and giving the WarChiefs a chance here on the power play to take a 2-goal lead. And what a comeback win this would be for the Seneca WarChiefs to build on for the entirety of their season. This is just game number 1 for the WarChiefs. Still a long way to go. Steeprock, Johnson, then thought about the shot, instead passes it off. A quick stick shot is turned away instead by Tanyan Davis, as Everett Stevens let the shot go. Davis's pass split the two Tuscarora Tomahawks on the floor and go right to the Seneca WarChiefs. Get their 5-man man-up unit back on the floor. Johnson playing catch with Garen John. All rotated around. Here is John. The pass from Elias John. Here is Garen John trying to drive in, but the shot kept away by Tanyan Davis. Hardy, under all kinds of pressure, able to avoid it for the time being. Sends the pass forward to Aubrey Henry. Ball pops out of the stick of Henry, and it'll fall right to Simon White. Could be a chance for White to push the pace, but will wisely slow things down, knowing that his team is on the power play. Want to get all those old guys on the floor. Give them their shot. Try and give their team a 2-goal lead. Here's Landon Johnson behind the back pass to Elias John. Nobody too eager to go get it. Don't know what Johnson and John were really thinking there, is the turnover will give possession to Tuscarora. The Tomahawks can kill the remainder of this penalty. Just 13 seconds left. Connor Vaughn intends to do just that, especially knowing that Heath Print Up is no guy coming out of the box. He does not have to head to the bench. He can jump right into the play for you. Ball down low. Moved up here for Vaughn. Vaughn steps in, fires, stopped by Warrior. Goes into the corner trying to get the loose ball. Battling here with Simon White is Connor Vaughn. Has it for a moment to get the reset, but now it is secured by the WarChiefs. Just over 2 minutes left to go. Simon White, he's played a huge role in this game for the WarChiefs. Quick shot there is stopped by Davis. Fresh 30 on the shot clock here for the Seneca WarChiefs. It's Garen John. Trying to get top side. There on Burnham. His long shot is denied by Tanyan Davis. Whistles are blown here as play is halted, and a penalty will be assessed. And it looks like it's going to go against the WarChiefs. I believe that's Everett Stevens heading to the penalty box. He'll get called for roughing And with 1:36 left to go, the Tuscarora Junior Tomahawks have a chance to tie this game up on the power play. Just 1:36 left in the game. So this game could very well end with the Junior Tomahawks still on the power play. Let's find out what happens here. Connor Vaughn has the ball in his stick. We've seen him be the hero before for this Tuscarora team. This time it's put up with an outside rip that is denied by Damian Warrior. Talked a lot about the great play of Tanyan Davis this game, but Damian Warrior has been superb as well for the Seneca WarChiefs. If he had not been as good as he has been in this game, this scoreline could look a whole heck of a lot differently despite the talent on this WarChief squad. John point blank stopped by Davis. Ball, I think, wound up in the back of the net when all was said and done, but it crossed the line when John stepped into the crease, so no goal call, and timeout will be called by Tuscarora's head coach Randy Chrysler with 46 seconds remaining in this contest. The score, a one-goal lead, 12-11 in favor of the Seneca WarChiefs, as there you'll see head coach Randy Chrysler to the left of your screen and the offense on the right drawing up a play as they will just draw up the best one that they got. One that they hope they can execute here at a high level. If I was a betting man, I might say that Connor Vaughn would have the ball in his stick when all is said and done, especially with how well he's been shooting, and now he's got a reputation as being a big game player that can come up in the clutch moments. He gave you the overtime winner against Allegheny. Give your team the first win of the year. I would bet that that man right there, 32 in white, takes the final shot, but maybe they'll switch it up on us, because that's what we're all thinking. Let's find out here. Just over 40 seconds left to play. Connor Vaughn, 2 up picks. Vaughn rips it, stopped by Warrior. Loose ball bouncing around. Who's gonna come away with it? It's Vaughn. We are still 5-on-5. Tanyan Davis inching towards the bench. Print up, drives in, stopped by Warrior. Tuscarora has to get the ball back here quickly. Just 18 seconds left. Traylon Warrior gets it into the attacking zone. Finds Steep Rock, 12 to go. Tuscarora needs to force a turnover immediately. They want to get one final shot, can't do it. Steep Rock passes it off. Shot on, they score! And with 1.5 seconds left to go, the WarChiefs will hang on. 13-11, the Seneca WarChiefs will be victorious, but it is not without a great effort from this Tuscarora team. One more look at this final goal on the crease finish for Traylon Warrior. I believe that is number 5 on that far side, who gets this game to the finish line. The clock will strike 0, and this game is over. The final score here, the Seneca WarChiefs 13 and the Tuscarora Junior Tomahawks 11. Wow, what a game we have witnessed here this evening. Didn't quite know how it was going to look with the WarChiefs being the juggernaut that they are, but also with it being their first game, you didn't quite know what to expect. I think there's a lot for head coach Darius Kilgore and his team to work on. A lot for his team to work on, most definitely, but for Tuscarora, for where they started this season at as well, a loss against Tonawanda, and not a particularly close one, a 6-goal defeat against a team that you had handily beaten all throughout your history. Not how the Junior Tomahawks wanted to start this year, and I know there's no moral victories in this sport, but taking the defending champs right down to the wire. And I mean, look at the squad the WarChiefs have. I mean, there's got to be 10 plus guys not dressed here tonight. And that is just a great showing, I think, from Tuscarora to be able to battle all game long with a team as talented as this. Like I've said with this WarChief squad, there have been plenty of guys that stand out when they play amongst men, let alone amongst junior players. That really speaks to the talent level at their disposal, and for them, something great to build off of as they get ready for the rest of their season for Tuscarora. No rest for the wicked as they will be right back in action 10 days from now against the Onondaga Junior Redhawks.
The face-off
that is expected to be just as good as this WarChiefs team is here today. Before we step aside, just going to give you all a quick look at the upcoming schedule for the Seneca WarChiefs. They will be down at the Cattaraugus Community Center on Monday, June 1st for an 8 p.m. game with the Allegheny Junior Arrows. Then they will get ready to play host to the Onondaga Junior Redhawks. I know I'm excited about that one. That'll be June 7th at 3 p.m. After that, the WarChiefs head on the road for 2 straight road contests, one against the Allegheny Junior Arrows on Wednesday, June 10th, and then they finish off the next 4 games on the road against the Onondaga Junior Redhawks on June 13th at 3 p.m. Going to take one final look at the chat here. Pragle goalie saying, come on, Tam, brick wall. Tanyan was a brick wall tonight. Really, I thought both these goalies played excellent. Davis, for me, had the edge on Damian Moyer just for the amount of shots and the way those shots were coming at Tanyan Davis. Point-blank range, great looks at the goal. And I really like how he played in this game, did all he could. Crafty Beach, great game, boys. This really was a great game. Gary Hodges says, the winner of this league get into the Founders? Yes, Gary. The winner of this league will qualify for the Founders Cup. Last year it was the Seneca WarChiefs. They are the reigning champions. They have won 7 league championships in their history, but they have yet to capture that elusive Founders Cup. Jeff Kane, thank you very much for the compliment there. I appreciate that, Mr. Kane. Good game, boys, from Arrow as well. Great game from both teams. I know this was excellent. Nyawe to you as well. 5 Arrow 8 6-0. We appreciate you all tuning in. Okay, Bo. Yes, it's an amazing game. I am so happy to be bringing here and to be here to bring you all of this great action as I will now wrap things up here from Cornerstone Arena. For our off-site producers, Greg and Charity Beecher, and my cameraman, Colton Pankowitz, I have been Trevor Bunce saying so long and thank you for watching Blue Squatch Productions.